It's a new year and a new chance for you to make a fresh start with your compliance. For the next 31 days on the FCPA Compliance Report, we're going to be bringing you a daily tip, strategy, or idea that you can use to improve your program. Here's your host, Tom Fox, the Compliance Evangelist.
This month's sponsor of 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program is Affiliated Monitors. Founded in 2004, Affiliated Monitors provides professional, independent, integrity monitoring and ethics and compliance assessments nationally and internationally and across almost all industries. With its knowledge of effective ethics and compliance programs and cultures, Affiliated Monitors is respected for its work as the corporate monitor on matters ranging from multinational corporations to small and mid-sized companies and even individuals. Having served in over 750 monitorships, no one has more experience as an independent monitor than the team at Affiliated Monitors. For more information on how an independent monitor can help improve your company's ethics and compliance program, visit this month's sponsor, Affiliated Monitors, at www.affiliatedmonitors.com. Internal audit and continuous improvement. Next, we consider how the internal audit function can be used to facilitate more effective continuous improvement. According to the Institute of Internal Auditors' own definition, internal audit is an independent, objective assurance and consulting activity designed to add value and improve an organization's operations. It helps an organization accomplish its objectives by bringing a systemic, disciplined approach to evaluate and improve the effectiveness of risk management, control, and governance processes. Some of the key compliance activities of internal audit are to maintain its independence, to conduct auditing activities of awareness and adherence to policies, procedures, internal controls, corporate governance, including those relating to legal, compliance, and ethical risks. To ensure there is follow-up of recommendations made from internal audit reports, including those related to compliance and ethics risks. To track and report on management follow-up. To assist and collaborate on internal investigations, including having AI provide audit expertise in dealing with internal controls and financial data. Assist in both design and auditing of internal controls and follow-up as required. Clearly, this is a function which is and should be integrated into a company's compliance regime. Internal audit is doing compliance all the time as it acts as a watchdog for a company in a variety of compliance arenas. Internal audit could be looking at what steps are being taken to comply with HR policies, what steps are being taken to comply with various compliance requirements or policies and procedures. In performing such audits, internal audit could look at questions of whether employees are aware of standards of business conduct, whether they are aware of anti-corruption policies, and what controls are in place, and whether they are effective in implementing locally throughout your organization. It should be apparent there are numerous benefits to compliance having a closer and more robust integration with internal audit. Some of the more obvious ones include leveraging compliance and ethics resources, strong investigation resources to explore risk and internal controls issues, broad awareness of compliance risks as they relate to the process or audit issues, and an overall strengthening of internal audit throughout the company. Another area is through leveraging of joint venture resources that would be available to both, such as professional development, forensic accounting, and other professional consultants. Having ethics and compliance insights when recommending or making recommendations that are derived from internal audits. One area which brings internal audit insight that is critical to compliance but is not well understood by compliance practitioners, particularly those with a legal background, is around internal controls, which are the very backbone of a compliance program. When an audit around controls is performed at any country, region, or business unit level, there should be coordination between compliance and internal audit on the audit plan. By doing so, it allows compliance to impart the need to determine how the internal controls, their design, effectiveness might impact issues around bribery and corruption. Of course, ancillary compliance topics such as money laundering, trade sanctions, data privacy, and data security can also be seamlessly considered by internal audit, so an audit plan is as strong as possible given the time and resources available to pursue the audit. From the compliance aspects, internal audit is really a watchdog or monitoring function for the entire company. This dovetails explicitly into its gatekeeper function. Additionally, and depending on the risk profile of the company and the way in which internal audit schedule is set, internal audit can assist to operationalize compliance in other ways. For instance, internal audit could be looking at what steps are being taken to comply with HR policies, what steps are being taken to comply with various legal requirements and compliance requirements. I've seen numerous instances where internal audit would make some of the following inquiries. Are people aware of the standards of business conduct? Are they aware of anti-corruption compliance programs and policies? What controls in place and what is the effect of the implementation locally? Depending on the answers to these audit inquiries, compliance, or better yet, compliance in conjunction with audit and HR can develop a remediation plan. With such integration strengthens both groups, and both groups benefit. Internal audit can perform stronger investigations around enterprise risk and internal controls issues through a broader awareness of compliance risk, which might relate to internal audit issues or audit processes. Such integration can work to strengthen internal audit's network throughout the company, leverage joint venture resources such as professional development, internal controls, forensic accounting, and other consultants, and provide additional compliance insights when making recommendations following internal audits. For its part, the compliance function can leverage internal audit resources and professionals on audit techniques and the analysis of internal controls, and such integrations extend to the corporate compliance influence through the company's internal audit network. Finally, it allows the corporate function to be made aware of relevant concerns uncovered during audits, so compliance is more fully able to participate in recommendations and follow-up. So what are today's 3 key takeaways? Number 1, internal audit can be used to provide continuous improvement to and for a corporate compliance function. 2, internal audit can also fill a gatekeeper role in your organization. And finally, number 3, compliance should leverage internal audit resources and professionals on audit techniques and analysis of internal controls. By engaging and utilizing all of these strategies, compliance can expand its reach and have a much broader and deeper look into both detect and prevention going forward in your compliance regime. I hope you'll enjoy our topic of continuous improvement in this month's entry of 31 days to a more effective compliance program. As a call to action, I would ask you to tell one friend about my podcast series on 31 days to a more effective compliance program during the month of April, where I'm taking up the topic of continuous improvement. I'm trying to get the word out about this nuts and bolts compliance series for all practitioners. 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program and this month's offering of continuous improvement are produced by the Compliance Podcast Network.